country where we have them. And it will be a beautiful day when we launch them. You see, you don't see brown and yellow. We are rebranding public schools. No brown and yellow, blue and white. Let's move. And we are changing the uniforms too. This is Akufo-Addo and President Akufo-Addo and Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia's Ghana. We have begun the transformation. We began the transformation. The transformation is coming. 50 Rollins abreso. Obia shebesine. Ejina honom empumba ya mamre no. Amamre asin sebita frache 50 years to come. Se no an yegusu sha yebetima ka se emiri bi sei an esiye. Ose no. Afa school dan no a ya painting sa colors no so. Wose no ya painting no blue and white. Na okan bibi man for maso anko. Ose we ye Bawumia and Akufo-Addo Ghana. And don't be surprised. See you use Bawumia and Akufo-Addo colors. The colors of MPP are blue, white, and red. And most of the cases here, no, almost painted down blue and white, no, almost border so red. So it becomes an MPP color. Now, my mention ni entia almost yes adiwi. One say, na Akufo-Addo mu catchre and say, Osha even their 2020 manifesto. By SHS in Pua, one son basic from I can say 350 secondary schools from scratch. Best no munsi ba kokra kai. Iti Ghana for gusu bisa Akufo-Addo say nana uka train so basic secondary schools 350 ba kokra unsi adentia nana Akufo-Addo say yes me fa dwini bi na me ma Ghana for hu say me sisi schools number 2 nana do dan Akufo-Addo nim say time no na Jane Opoku Agyeman Minister of Education no. There were a lot of schools under trees. And you could buy 2,800 everywhere. Apart from that, there were schools that free sandals. You may be more, you can say free tablets. Universities for you. You may be more free sanitary pad. Any idea? You may free textbooks. And Sana Jane Opoku Agyeman, the Minister of Education, no kwadami ensa textbook back. But it's on record, sir. Abra Jane no Opoku Agyeman every was Minister of Education because NDC echo opposition. Now Fred Kwadabako Enya and Huma and I. I'm talking about leadership and vision, transformational academic leadership. As far as infrastructure is concerned, especially in the basic level, wafa agenda be na me betron strategy, because unlike John Dramani Mahama who said classrooms like congested was starting free SHS, and let me tell you, Kwame Nkrumah can start free SHS Monkai in the 3 northern regions. Kwame Nkrumah free on John Mahama the best started free senior high school a day, and Akufo-Addo started free SHS. John Mahama started free SHS, but nay a day, and nothing no starts here or shall see the E blocks. Now John Mahama see 123 E blocks with the help from Nana Opoku Agyeman. And according to Napo, Matthew Opoku Prempeh, no a Minister of Cancer Education, or say they handed over 47 on my way from scratch. And the rest at various stages of completion on my jagu murem. My main strategy na men ko near there to Facebook na hube jiriu. Uba Facebook say hube jiriu. The strategy na Akufo-Addo and Bawumia and Educhum on my pekin say, essence someone see schools be at the basic level. Na kwada dodo na gusu tin ya so sua de. Na bebrani nkonya a omoteso ntino. Ni ajaje atamels ne John Mahama esiye no. Colors no containing katie. Bebrenu ahu omunu se Mahama na esiye. Omunu se atamos na esiye. Omunu se ajaje abreso na hyase. Etu omu painting blue and white. No mu dia confuse dara Ghana for. It is school blue and white bia behunu bia. Obekin se Akufo-Addo ene Aduchum ene Bawumia na esi. Wo hu ntro no. Ya chemo akrofo. Okay, hey, what you forget in America? Forget in America, na bra Facebook. Na hwe ne kwa media to. Can you when you look at what is on Facebook now? Here, Mr. Far phone, Mr. Now, show me no nege, show no what if you know dia. Nyani boafu de jano, o person no me go tamunso, any problem. Ya soma ma Ghana o, ya ka dia kire to me. Ana Akufo-Addo na twam school fees. o tua me school fees ba me aso no hwa me etima me nkamadwene na kufa do krampo na nkahwa me a menya journalist hey ye mu bi akromfo a anka fra mu fra ye eni ahia mo pese mo de mayen o gi agigi o but me bisa mo say so mo me 100,000 cedis a me de ba den e besa sesi a na ma ton madwene me te wa na me yase ma ton me conscience and a lot of journalists who are ya they have sold their conscience oh so by ni din somebody so muntimi nka because 100,000 bi akose de boto muntimi nkasa akufa do ntimi frame me 100,000 da because when him say me cheap guy te some other journalists my mu cheap me na ye mu nsantwerefo no mo pa mo concentrate for school and gwasefo hwe bra Facebook over Facebook a be hwe enkodai ba bi omote ya de papa any bre ya de papa any bre enkodai any classroom o enso to enkodai upon school eti bi bisaw si e be yin koda we afri say nwe yase ne ape school ama o matrase na ensuo to a ensuo no ampamwom FM ana ensuo no ampra obi ne si ebe paint school de we na nyansa wom menka say repainting of schools nye obi anjima no sibone ana menka say jeje ade containing katie ba inte chenchira yenye no containing katie obra ye bokọ yanim anibie ba ye be san ho bi say ne red and blue kurampa ye be ye eti say ne omo can many problem but at this time is it important at this time is it important te say Akufo-Addo a onim say land train kura yenye bi enso wo se wo koye sky train which is more important hwe obe he Facebook a wo de oba ni awo dwene no no waka me pese meka bibi mo bi like me pese wo aba Facebook na ha ne de ato Benjamin Kwame Clever osin this is our Ghana eti owe nchen na won MPP colors no we eye artificial design menya sure say we are real but ni eye catch na ban say oh yiju yakọ badanka ye catch na ban say ene no so mo penti bra na ekola ne ti ase no one painting the blue and white. I feel when I come at the tour. And coordinate block so one my Facebook Hawaii home. One my Facebook Hawaii who I'm telling you. Because minimum how may explain them what you say. It's a book of 3 meeting. I say, I had the emotion. Just a blue and white. You have a quiet election, more pescadi. It's young BB, no one is coming. Is that it? Is that it? I am not against repainting of schools. I am never against that. I am not against changing my fra enter there. I'm never against that. But is that the topmost priority? Yet to a memo and Kodan Yan Kunyan Traso, Omate form the Australia, and Kunyan Kromuni Minister of Education, Tiano, you know. Eh, quating, a Tiano, you know. And a mere minia Bakonso or Deputy Education Minister on the minia Akosa. Akosa, my Jensen, who know. Catching minister, listen, Minister of Education, you know. There's one man, me bunipa, Papa, Misrao, what you make a control, me boo, ya a lot of meetings, or the cancer GS, Director General. Now look at this. Kwaku Chase, or say, look at this. Come, this is sickening. Utiani Ayemos, I'll say the citizens must take photos of all existing public schools in their areas for the records. Wait, NDC for ya the Serjuma way, Mamma. And Crofo person claim history. It's Munya Serjuma, no Brasia Quans, Munya Serjumano. Get all your constituency organizers or whoever can do the job. They should tour the whole constituency. Project Bia, Munamuye Bia, Accra FM, and their champion Bia. Mu make sure some document have recorded. And can pictures ago. No more repenting, no answer history Bia. Now when crowd don't say Nkrumah Kranaji found ye. And then you John Muhammad say you block with Ramukwa Benya do some cross on see. They can do everything. Man, I'm catch now. Man, I'm catch now. Now I'm lay that lampty or say white uniform in Ghana. Why? Mo be say white uniform. Ma kwa nyina so nye. Enfuturo anabe enkwada ne ntade afin. Now come and look at E block. Hwede ya John Muhammad see, ya de no so to Facebook. Minim, what would tell me forgetting read bra Facebook, near Jubano? Would you tell radio never Facebook? Send a mechanic over 10 years. I'm a gazette. Will be our shemi beer, Otemi beer, and Yemintia or Dogana. Because on Pesa Chrono, because watch it. It is so na me, no. Ah, so we, and yet CMG dia, and you will tell me no dia. Because when Tia, you know, beer. When I would say, you may have said your fans will chrome. Let me slow me, no. Fa o phone, na bra Facebook, me can't now so follow. Wait, and your friend infrastructure. Eti only pakono, and your friend Joe Mahama Bino. And your friend na no pokwachiman Bino. And your friend Amisa Ate Bino, ready for the currency. And your friend Atameus Bino. What am I mean limited to John Mahama? And the education minister Nana. I come to me, I repainting of schools, sir. Na almost them bia. And come to me change uniforms, keke. Almost them bia. But one say, in dignity, it can say ye hoop babia, inipa, etna, and sana, yenya sanya man. So bring me baby, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if you mean so you see, so over here, ye blocks here were here. Because I say NDC colors beno. Because NDC colors, kwame the black, white, green, and ope. There be F4 and a red. NDC colors here red, green, white, and black. And MPPDA blue, white, and red. But a danya away, ye blocks see. Maybe I would if you know on my Facebook, I'm no back home because I didn't make one my own task here. Well, okay, no problem. Maybe I show. But on my Facebook, Moon share, nay, be Munya Binche. Accra FM. I dare ya at that TV, see, and now at that Facebook. Oba, send your Philibia, your Beckham. The Nachi Sakab. Or see, the true fact is lost here. And this will remain in opposition. Obianka said change Nachi and this Imbra. But the can say Ghana for be to obey. In a cat, I say, Obianka said change Nachi and this Imbra. But by this with you better know. Because you bet you may see what. Same Hunumu did me and same Hununguana. Et you blocks here at that Facebook here. Mummy so. And this colors bend womb, black and away. White and away. You gin free so manana house green, and this color green and wafer. It doesn't make sense. Mr. Kwashiwe, you're trying. It doesn't make sense. W, Baby Sounds in a country, Yanye Yakwan, and foot run Kwan Yakun. So, do you know what they do? Every year, beyond this car. I'm never against maintenance. It is good to maintain houses. A group of projects, a young maintaining to SSA. But, Bibi to say, Kokonte, Ene and Katia, or the painty, or die home, another painting school be, and any Akawa. And your boss said, then, and the color, say, a car can be maintenance, no, and also to say blue and white. Because blue and white, they think it to be a when you 80 and $1 million. And a beer, Kokonte, and in Katia Dino, you did back every year. This time, you had times $3 million. We will know $1 million after baby. And I'm not surprised that on this agenda we have about election year. I'm Piscadi. I crop for Yachamo. Now, me, are quite in there. Una make a channel. Men crofo when you so. Na kwa jo pon kroma crisis say waja kasa wa study okroma eti ya study akosa minianon owura dutum. Now you used to be a fine man, fine gentleman. Me say one of the few people my power samuwa besine na sanya ma we owura sanya ma we empempre when na Ghana for here enkoda enyan konyantina so me hun se wakasa asem we say by ebia 2025 there shouldn't be any student a unia kunya so better so. These are the policies you should make. Say by 2028 there shouldn't be any school under 3. These are deliberate policies. Yes, nyansa yes, adwene and just political expedience into not more can be who rather some more can then you go scot free. Eben Sean or see a mess and a clueless government. Hassan bin Abdullah. I say these fake names you are using tells me country for a sifo no be back home. Answer bright. Or no dear. Na near brawa ye impa. I say see your doctor for a brain check. Yate. You ever go your doctor no check your brain. But between you and I waka on watum say ya more mind chrono. Na a school phone cost 3 years since ya de abro mu nkonya. Enemy a make come adwea kire mpanyimfo. So mo fen konya ne nko classroom. Na ye mmofra ne ye dase nya bi ntina so no. Ni oya kwase to no. Viewers any etie for bejaje. Media menka bi nkyerɛ wo. But near yan say, Kwasia in Tunufo. Ti, Minifia Macatro. Wajimi. Remy Aluku, or say good morning, Accra FM. Good job. Maria Adam, or say since the time of Nkrumah. We say very soon you are going to lose your pension pay, continue defending criminals, nation wreckers. Okay. We say, we did NPP is just a distraction to Ghana's development. Over Facebook, I share. We say education minister cannot just do these changes without going to parliament. That be on the way oko parliament kra. Nya me bisa say eno na sesi Ghana fo hia. Enkoda kra te school munya duane ni. Froya dan kwan e senior high schools because chinchira na member free SHS ana huhu or fire asan fa aduane ana waye basa and is that the most important thing we need in our education system? Ghana sua de still ye gusu cry on that ben ye bedwene ho ye sua de nye enso ye nye TV wa ha ye sua de sa Kwame Nkrumah time ne Asambu radio enso bia no wa wie science even KUST for current me radio. Who is thinking? Why we you see we live in a country where we pay people to talk but we don't pay people to think. You tranquil focus on Munkasa, but you tranquil focus on Munini and Momino. It may be a minister, and come a school of electronics. Science school in your professor, and your Trisem, and your Ibisem, and your French. The language there will be the language of technology. It is from that school of electronics. Ufri wa obabe TV. Ya yiri ya home kwa anymore. TV na ya kre free man on any bejai. Ufri wa be radio, obaye fan. Electrical gadget bia ya krebia ofisa school na ubeye bi ye ni sika kra ye ba ko pebesia akofe nkrofo abetreni ye nkrofo na Ghana fo no so anyindru ba bia they will take over. That is what we must start thinking. That is what we must start thinking. Ya tro no mama ene China fo ye kente bonwure ene framantem kente essence they don't have the capacity nti obi asori a no akoto China for there ye nim say ye kum bonwure kente ye nim say ye kum voter region for kente no mo ye no because panyin bia no obedwen na panyin nyansa hunu say in the next 20 years this is the vision ya hwe ya Chinese will take over san ye tra ma China for o manin kitinkiti be say en say with galam say abra anyansa fo bia antiman sori emu ahemfo emu president no maka nyina kama no tum because of no kofio nyombe dia wunti omu franto makoje galam say sika so me ahemfo kroma. So be so a president or a minister. Now almost say and say sini we dimusika we are. No ma say Afa Ghana for sika say omo ye planting. 3 plantings a green Ghana. No ma say Afa one we sika almost start edua Ghana almost every year almost some 10 million. And so manam wa me hunu dua ni bi say fifi. My Chinese fall from Chrome. And you know what they do before me galam say no Ghana ya nwe nene no omo di kan san nwe ni nyina ni. No ma transporte anyano akwa China. Me no ka say China for kwa omudua ebe kakra Cote d'Ivoire any Ghana put together yen to me China. Recently Ghana ko German so it was rejected because of the cyanide and mercury gold ahasase no. When nyansani be na adwama Ghana. Mami monyumwe kwam amonyumwe. Onyumwe ya aya emama homeka esan say sabi minsusu yemu no. Nye woni odoma Ghana no obenya odom Ayana mo dwen se mo ye FM. Ayana mo dwen se mo ye. America dwen in chirima ho 500 years to come. China dwen in chirima ho 500 years to come. UK dwen in chirima ho 500 years to come. Ghana nyom din chirima ye. So person who Ghana for that chia. Enkankan en mofra that chia ya kwafu Sunderland Children's Park won kran. The future of the youth of this country takes a closer resemblance with the Sunderland Park near the National Theatre. In the capital city. And yet, we have a home minister in charge of children. Are you sick? What is the use of minister of children when they cannot even give children comfort in their own backyard? Doesn't make sense. But mo dwen say mo ye mo amo. Accra FM 100.5.
Abo bi wo what friend if you pump up? You pump up so did me and pass your dempotin no you could. That couldn't the penny 100. Jamaian suffer. Okay, you fruit pump with it. A fruit pump. The bench no one would say it to me and pass your dempotin a woman. So that's it. I'm going to hear and that's some the bone many. A fruit pump with you. Already I'm winning. A group of one aspect of a jamway, a jamway, a year. I send me a jamway room. Okay, 100.5. Okay, Chile.
Muntie nyum no munsam ye.
Okay, Chile, what the moon one mamma getting in our way. I was so way one was make a jamway, a year. A jamwan Gary or Simo. Well, run on the one, never to call it in a while, men. Then you are here for one, or the one who are worried for one. If you want the way to 1.5, or the other was the other one. If you want one come another, or not that for what penny you probably wrote. Doctor American has service. Doctor on the one other for Dr. Mobile. Or the pompo and not on Pompo, Nana, Papa Passy. A jam with the South Pompo, why I don't know how Papa Passy. National Cage, a jam was a making all the way. Who will make it all the way? Was a making all the way. A jam one curry was simple. Doctor, I have prayed, I have found one time on the way, all the way. Papa na some more kind of oh, baby, me. Oh, when they win your one when you're nampa, worry go. And see one chin and one chap, one chibra. One for you, one go. One chap, one go. I broke one. A jam will pay for 5. A jam one as some will be so in it. When you're not my here for the 1 week. The was work at Jam one, a jam was some making, not the way. A jam one of what what you know what you made? What you know what you when you mean their son, what you want to want? What you know what you made? Son, what you want to want? Legendary Yemi, Sanaria Warao, Legendary Yemi, Sanaria Warao, Legendary Yemi, Sanaria Warao, Legendary Yemi, Sanaria Warao.
Oh, baby, a Bob Cool will be a Radin Fanny Cry in see Mojin Samoye. When you say Moye Moramo. Now, my main call Facebook, na main kind way, na mentia de winflow, na fe yentrance na yeninkomo. Maria Adam or Jenny Nyum Hopa. We say some of you, because most of them put their tribe aside and think of Ghana first, but others can just put that thing called tribe and think about Ghana. Mr. Munyai tribalism. So we say Ghana problem is accounts. Obi so bachelor problem is Evers. Obi actual guns. Who here? The reason why first now we could school and send Nkrumah ba no. Abrofo prospectors no much tribe also. Nkrumah ba no twam and oye no origin Ghanaian and Nkrumah no sir, because not when him say opposite or can boom, and he introduced the boarding school system. So they are irrespective of where you come from. You need a bit my jelly. So send cranu, say pepe new, such him sasante, send a dagomba new, say votariani, and na crobo at da yina, Mr. Yabako. Stellania numbers, my brother, keep up with good work. Don't mind those who can't think ahead once on this show. Okay, we say the old man who put his presidency on the line when it comes to Galamsey is still sitting in Jubilee House. Abbas Amogobo, I say good morning, King. The hardship in Ghana now is unbearable. Bamia should stop provoking us with lies and deception. About Frimpong soon Sani Kose say, oh no, we the annoyed no. Musa Al Haji Abdallah or say MPP never again. We say MPP will collapse coming 2025. Mark my words. We say he's able to do worse things. Okay, answer Talata Janet or say okay, so I've answered that question a long time. George Ado, NPP feels Ghana is for them. Edmond Anyuka Mahama is the best leader upon Amwa you do all. David Aguda listing from Mali. Okay, so Moamakano making kind of message na Mami Mudiansa Collins Amankwa, I see you. Isaac Babin, Michael Kofi, David Ghetto, Jesus Clean Heart, Abe Kubidin Amisa. I see Iben E Ishon. Okay, so Wisdom Mensa, Saniko say you are here. I see Alan Rains. Okay, and Subright. Any more Makanyina. My hunomo permanent. I'm going to acknowledge all of you. Mami Fanchen Kese, my chief of staff, Mr. Ira Julius Debra, Mahama Bresso, now a chief of staff, and now Oboy Jumapa. So I'll not be surprised. Say such a great man will still be maintained. Now, Nawoda and Chain Udin Nawoda, Intino, Papa, Yama Awoda Pa. Now, Mamenka says same way, say, Utimia, you can send be with ya concerning the attack. And Krufubi Beto Petro Bomb, a two class media group. Eugene, wait to me, there are 200 mammy. As from Saturday listeners, no. Intimi Pacho, Ubia would tell me beer unim say, and Crofo nipa bomb fubi. Beto Petro Bomb. Eto class media group. Uba class media group stations ne dos. But enkrehano your class FM. Nyansa. Ay me brave very nyansa na. Nyansa. Ay akai. Ay mi aminu ya kwa ni abum. Ena ya bebum ya besi yako. Sure. Anyways, ma nyana mi ntwa we so na your special guest aba. You see, amu bahanu be attack class media group. Na class media group ni your class FM, your number 1 FM, your CTV, your Accra FM, uko Kumasi FM. Kumasi 2 stations. Ana this year FM, uko Voter Region, your Who FM, your Takrady FM, your Sunyani FM, and uko North the day. Dagon F. So Alaji said he understands what he's doing, even with the media circles alone, and yet to zero group of companies, media. Now the land sits on millions of dollars. More money as cantonment in the you don't understand. But when was Aswebia, East Legon, Cantonment, those areas, they understand. I'm about 2 petrol bomb at 200. Basic, ne? Me, I mean, crop for GJ for June 4 de Minia. The only person about me young criticizing your June 4 because who say, oh, yeah, Juma. GJ and Temunka, and yet you are supposed to be in charge of journalists. National Media Commission, the Mantemon can have it because I be out for Nankazano. What done in MPP headquarters? So I don't even care whether I'm in Tonka. Ministry of Information, Yantemunka. Other civil society organizations that matter, you are silent on our attack. But I'm not surprised. Ahmed Hussein Swale, who ye basing Obianka, but this will not intimidate us. Yaba Bedin Komo is a special guest, Abba. But Swakane say, some of you think say moye muankasa mo ana moye. Your special guest for this morning, Urebia, a penasempa. Now, this is one man the NDC as a political party must watch out for. Yes, this is one man the chairman general himself, Asidun Ketia, must watch out for. This is one manner. Meaning say, Ura John Dramani Mahama didn't need to form one. He will know what I'm talking about. But me can't say be brave. Yen central for we meet political officers and we know their character. When we talk of humility and hard work, you cannot take it away from Benjamin Kwashi. Benjamin Kwashi is my special guest, Chairman Council of Elders, the land of South Africa, a great man from Ghana who has been successful in a foreign country. Such a person, then I just audio mention and say, Mira, Ufi Hanum, you be din komo. Na Osanso, a communicator, Cassia Emma, a year NDC, Amanyuku. Na Yeneno share the candidature of Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman, that great woman with 8 master's degree and several others. I'm told so 4 PhDs. Mami, aden. JB. Mami, we didn't take Robasi Akopi or Basi Akobi. Over here, say, Emwakaba.
Nana, Bibi Aboko.
You are drum, na fena mafio.
Oh, Nana, you go say Jumana, Mami fa Quenya is so and chair on a telephone na.
Accra FM. A telephone so edase. Na yenso that no oh I for no me yade pa me who TV so bebre ways of one
I say ways of them say they are very brilliant at what they do.
Yeah me who TV so bebre yeah we've also been joined by Courage Nunek Peku brief one-on-one after which we do the main discussion and this borders on the candidature of Nana Opoku Ajiman. Why name Professor Nana Opoku Ajiman?
But I say, I think, sir, Prof. Yemu Bino, we have always said it, she's a groundbreaking person. It will be Bia Oyemu. A mother, a compassionate person, somebody who believes in the girl child and also believes, it is possible to achieve anything when you set your eyes on it. Prof has been the first female vice chancellor in this country, and after that, like you said, she's had several awards. When she was the Minister of Education, Yehunyama Oyeye as a minister, Prof is a good person, and Prof is somebody that will bring a lot of development to the country by means of being a vice president. She comes in with competence. Nana unim say yenuan more MPP mono the way they are no. If somebody intimidates them, they are able to go behind the person and dig out things and say, so why away. But from the day I hear nominate Professor Jenana and then the outdooring to the general Ghanaian electorate, no, Nana, nobody in the MPP can pinpoint one thing and say there's a blemish on this woman, A, B, C, D. Is the reason why. So Prof Nana Ede Mwabi Brebe Bagana, and during her outdooring, the speech she gave, never in the history of the Fourth Republic have we seen such a fearless, passionate appeal to the conscience of Ghanaians. And I'm sure after the outdooring, I'm proud as a man, say, my daughter has somebody to look up to and say, it is possible and it can be done. Prof brings a lot to the table. And what she brings are important, not only to the NDC party, is that she brings about a dynamic shift from the current occupant of the vice president's office. And the current vice president we have is a flip-flopper. The current vice president we have is somebody who cannot do anything to help us. Nana, Prof. J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman is somebody that will help transform Ghana. And history, what make her as the first female vice chancellor. She's going to make that history again as the first female vice president of the land. And ordinary experience, the expertise, beboa amagana ayi amainina.
Uraba mia egusu vice president. Ye huna juma waye. Na enye vice president. But at least why minister of education da. And he mempesi a best setting comparison. Okay. But in the end, say NDC winia, Nana becomes vice president. And see yababa he empu Bamia, yababa he Nana, yababa he election 2024. But my yenye say mogu we answer. Ebi musa Nana is by just a woman. And he went to me fighting count, and of course in 2020, Mofa Nana. Victory movie. What do you say to that?
Well, I'll just give them one comparison, and then they say the United States of America has a female vice president, Kamala Harris. Kamala is partnering Joe Biden to deliver whatever political promises they gave to the American people. When Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman was the Minister of Education, who transformation as she brought the e-blocks, the policies of textbooks for students. She gave out a lot of things to aid students to make sure
sanitary pass for the female
and others. The current Minister of Education, even when Napo was also Minister of Education, there was nothing they could say about this woman. Say why a mistake be in the field that she was a minister. No, they can pinpoint it. There was nothing. They couldn't pinpoint anything. Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman, as we know, is a very passionate person on the development of the girl child and the well-being of the society that we find ourselves in. So if you ask me, say, you want to compare Bawumia to Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman, it's like comparing apples to oranges, because Sebita Fletcher, this is a woman that has said, say, she wouldn't run and because she needs sympathy, say she was just a mere mate to the driver. But she knows that the position that she's coming with, a position say Obua, the main driver, which is the presidential candidate of the NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We can't make that comparison. And all I can say is that Prof brings a whole dynamic shift to the office of the
Chairman. There have been significant times across the globe, even in Ghana. You such electrifying speeches sometimes. Even Fly Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings is example. There have been some occasions that John Mahama himself, Wakasa Martin say, Papaya Kasani idea, So there are other school of thought who believes that it's not all about speeches. Because if it's about speeches, Nana Kufuor can't brofopa and the Kusi saying. So then we should accept Nana because she has given an electrifying speech.
No. Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman's speech that she gave, she told us in the speech the practical things that she's going to do, the things that she envisages the NDC to do when the NDC wins power, and the focus. In fact, Memeka said during that program I could see snippets from what the manifesto of the NDC is going to be in certain other areas. Prof's speech gave a lot of practical solutions to the problems that we have. We are not praising the speech, but we are praising the content of the speech. Yati Nkrofo Mama's speech on several occasions. Talk is cheap, But this is a woman who doesn't believe that it should only be about.
What is the assurance said near Prof can with speech or be vice president? What's the assurance say Uncle Eze Kufodwa or can say I'll protect the public purse, and today the purse is rather protecting him?
Okay, so you should note this thing, that when President John Dramani Mahama said, say, posterity will judge him, no, this is where we find ourselves. President Mahama was honest to the Ghanaian people. President Mahama took responsibility for Nyamebia Enkoye, say he will fix them. Nana, I want to assure you in this studio and to all our listeners, say, Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman will definitely ensure, say, Bibi Omwaka to do for the Ghanaian people, no, it will be done. That I can give you assurance, because she's somebody who, during the processes of even nominating her, we've had people who have said very good things about her. I personally spoke to certain people that there are certain things that I know about Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman that I'm sure, say, if others knew, they'll say, this woman is a go-getter, this woman is an achiever. So I can assure you, it is not going to be talk as usual. She's going to partner President Mahama, and they would ensure, what is President Mahama catch her and say, she will let Prof handle issues of education, women, and other aspects. So that gender and all of that. This is where she comes out handy. This is where she comes out with all the experience that she have. And I'm sure, say, once she assumes the position, Nana, Ghanaians will say, finally, we have made a good choice. Finally, we have given the chance to a woman who has helped in developing the. Cannot say Jerry Rawlings my speech, Nanado my speech, but we have my speech, John Mahama my speech. But you've never mentioned any woman who has given a speech as inspiring as this woman has given. Exactly.
Now, again, is it all about laurels? It's unsaid. There have also been other immeasurable times. Matri NDC4 in Kankamun Penyufunibi. And then as part of Adia Misia on home Maccabi said, Mammy, master's crab and watch several other degrees. Mammy will PhD crab 9. Menoka saying, Mammy, and saying, will be a crab doctorate in the idea. Is the argument limited to laurels? Should it be about laurels? Titles, so what? Masters, so what? Degrees, so what? PhD, so what? Is it about laurels? Yeah, support to Nana Opoku-Agyeman because she has several masters. Is that what we need?
Laurels doesn't govern a country.
So why do you mention them?
When you want to mention the credibility of somebody, and I say you want to mention the achievement of somebody, these things are personal profiles that are given, or a politician. So you don't expect, say, she will not be giving those accolades here and there based on her qualifications and others. But Prof herself, tell me one instance. I want to say Prof Akoko-Gyina Baby say I have four PhDs or I have 8 masters. She's not gone anywhere to say that. What I'm saying is, people within the party know and believe, say, she has achieved a lot in the field of academia. So when they speak with facts. It is the facts that let us speak, say, oh, we need degree, we need way, we need that. But she's not using those positions to her own benefit. She says, with all the experience that I have, with all the trainings that I've got, I want to put it to the benefit of the Ghanaian people. Give us the chance to rule this country, and she will ensure, say, Nana, I can tell you, say, the next time we sit on this studio after the elections, you tell me, say, you've never seen a competent, vibrant, focused and determined vice president in the history of the Fourth Republic under Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman.
All right, so in case you're just joining us, Ira Yenino and Nyankitehudi, special guest for this morning, one able and firebrand man of the NDC, chairman, Council of Elders, South Africa, Mirensu, a communicator for the NDC party, Mr. Benjamin Kwashi. What I love about him is that his scope is not limited to politics. He's also an entrepreneur. And you might be bringing idea. Bobra, that's so I should say. Inti ye din komo afa Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman in the next 8 minutes, I should be done with him. Then Yafe the general issues. Courage, Nunekweku and so ha Mirei, Kasama and Disamanyuku, na se metete se or your committee in you may be and their own person debate to about Pumpu ya debate to ja or Boa party the car. Until your committee in Yuma, and congratulations on that field. Now, yeah, here 2024 elections.
Yeah.
John Jane Bamia either Educhu, Napo, or Frema Opare, or whoever they will pick. Assurances, let's say NDC will carry the day based on practices, pragmatic practices. Let's say 2024, Jane Ebadi or John Hua and couldn't be in Baba Nede.
Was it till and Union Momo MPP? No, they've not yet appointed or nominated their vice presidential candidate. What Bodin Bebre? And for me, I wonder what they bring on board. And Educhum as Minister of Education, and maybe no clips of the misplaced priorities that he's focusing on. Obefele say. Sometimes no maybe some who sebe me to sebe as na maybe some say adanyanse ni bi ani aban mu bi o mana because sometimes you feel say you push you be so nko ye bibi mpo be ka say but is this a priority now for Educhum to say under President Nanado and Bawumia, they are transforming educational system, and because of that, number painting school blue and repainting, and then giving a new school.
And a transformation.
What is a transformation? Oh, so sometimes I ask myself, Sebi, yeah, chairman Neko studio, be no say. School paper Jimmy, Sebi, to Sebi card.
That be that school paper Jimmy.
Yes, school paper Jimmy. But I think, the MPP at this point should know, the Ghanaian people are tired of this cheap propaganda, this populist things that they do. The Ghanaian people want results. Fortunately for us, we can do comparisons now.
Okay.
Yet we do comparison with John Dramani Mohammed's 10 in office and their tenure in office. The Ghanaian people have realized it is uncomparable. Sebita flache, nyame bia esi wa ban we mo besi nei. If it had happened under John Dramani Mahama, I'm sure that John Dramani Mahama would have been heard before the Supreme Court, even as a president of the Republic. But I say, journalists have gone into cowardice because recently I saw a video trending where they came to Asanis
petrol bomb.
You ask yourself, what has happened to the conscience of the Ghanaian government? Now, Nana,
Chairman,
whoever partners Bawumia will not be able to hit the 40% mark in any election that they go against the NDC with John Mahama and Prof as the running mate.
Not just NDC being 60%.
Oh, we are cruising to a very comfortable victory. We are not complacent.
Chairman, comfortable lead you to be paying.
Yes, but and then on catch say when those comfortable lead time now you can't say we're in a comfortable. We don't want to go into the metrics of the elections. Yes, we accepted. We've moved on. But what I'm saying is not looking only at the polls that are coming, like our chairman said at UPSA, or say polls in its entirety doesn't win elections. I follow the US political system, and so exactly after December, January, you saw all the polls were for favoring former President Donald Trump. Every single poll that came indicated that President Trump was going to go back to the White House again, and it has changed. So you see,
but he believes it was rigged.
It is the politicians, but he couldn't.
He lost most.
You know the credibility of every election. Sometimes when you question the credibility, people tend to believe you are a sore loser. But I'm sure democracy.
Ghana the end of the day, abandon winning. And found one near call for because see a two men na electoral commissioner. Timbe declare Ababako 6 to 7 times.
Yes.
In this serious country.
Nobody would take it serious.
No.
But unfortunately, that's where we find out. Under President Nana Addo, the vindictiveness and the sheer arrogance, even of the president's posturing, it will tell you, they know, the Ghanaian people are tired with them. not only tied with them, but these people have plundered this country into a mess. It will take a longer time to be able to come out from.
Last question, fancy Nafi, honorable courage and so Emremo. Obi TSCR. One Dr. Baumian and a running mate have presented themselves. One Hassan Ayariga presenting Kufia Palu Biaba. Independent candidate Biaba. One Anabidia could be say Yento Abaman. Chirabusum be say or no, and they say, Udia de. Ekwiadonko enso ewo honum. And other people are to say to Abamamo Esefata. Not forgetting Afafranto. See Omsomi Alliance.
Alan
Tremating. Adentina me a make ba on the 7th December. Minya sa enkrofo we nyina ho na wo se me kokrumuti anya wo dia me kokrumuti no me fancy owura bi aye fe no John Mahama enim mame 3 major policies. Only 3 because of time. 3 major policies are enunti ye nyina so ento aba mo NDC for mo se mbaya mind ye nyina so 3 major policies.
Very well. The first thing I'll say is obi a waye bida. You know say waye bida pen. O man a chance
track record.
The track record.
Okay.
First, let me speak about education. There was so much investment in education under President John Dramani Mahama. The e-blocks, the expansion and turning of polytechnics into technical universities. He focused on getting Ghanaians a better education. Not the populist one of saying, oh, why a free SHS in Koranye, there are no dormitories, there are no chairs for the student. A well thought through educational plan is what President Mahama will come with. 2, infrastructure development. Under the history of the Fourth Republic, ask yourself, who can compare themselves when it comes to infrastructural development other than John Dramani Mahama in this last century? The reason is simple. President Mahama believes when a country has infrastructure properly planned, executed, and made, it helps the citizenry. Sebita Flache, Unam road biswa or shocks, they be our shocks, I say. If the infrastructure was there, good roads, we wouldn't be where we are today. Secondly, that is what I believe, after education, we look at the health sector, and then President Mahama is coming up with what was in the last manifesto, the big push. The big push where he believes he should be able to help businesses grow. He should be able to ensure there's money for everybody. It is not a governance for a select few. Nana, I can be very blunt and tell you the things that are happening under this administration, Bakuse into me see under President John Dramani Mahama, because President Mahama takes responsibilities. President Mahama is not somebody who is arrogant. It was under
your term. And in your bus branding saga.
What happened? We ensure. Yesterday I was listening to Manasseh Azuri, and he said, when he presented those reports at that time, you expect President Mahama to sit on the report. No, he didn't. He acted, gave it to a committee, and made sure the recommendations of the committee were adhered to. Can you say same of Nanado? Nana, the difference is clear. If Ghanaians want accountability, if Ghanaians want to ensure growth and prosperity, not for a select few, growth and prosperity for everyone, it is time we go to the polls and we ensure, we let President John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman. They are the only people who will take us out of them. You see, we can't continue doing things the same way. There should be accountability. So the MPP's whole notion of breaking the 8 is that they don't want to be held accountable. But I can assure you, the people of Ghana will vote, the very good people of Ghana will vote for President John Dramani Mahama and ensure, everyone is held accountable for every action that they take.
Okay, so that is His Excellency Benjamin Kwashi there. Okay, so the short name is, the acronym is BKK. BKK. Okay, so Bramaro will say, Nana, please let us have His Excellency BKK more often prior to the election. Every second listening to him is worthy than listening to Nana Baumia. He's a great talker, so my interest is enough time nasa some Lexus Kakabito Also, Prof. Jane is a capable woman without blemish. Indeed, President JDM made a wise decision in the choice he has made. Hashtag BKKill. Alex Pretoria. Okay, Pretoria. Minimum crime South Africa. Pretoria. And no, what's the difference?
Hey, difference is always like I was.
But said that's how just be. I you know person maker Johannesburg. Said Johannesburg they too good no. And Pretoria say too good.
Now Johannesburg there.
They too good.
No. I think said the gold is in the I think Cape Town and not Durban.
Okay, so what I know is that you see the kind but someone to go to Johannesburg. Yeah. Uh-huh. Because say nobody says some crew. Yes, your boss intina. All right. His Excellency Benjamin Kwashi Ufia. And he course wedding come out. We the first half, the second half, participatory democracy. And actually, as a host can be or no can be. Me boss Ufia courage. No kweku. Juma oya men this in there. O mature position at all. Don't worry. Anna, more positions or no.
Point of correction. Point of correction.
Okay, correct him. Me to answer.
Me position be.
Okay. And then minimum.
Catch them say what you.
Minimum. Obi on position be. Say yes, Mr. Remu. You see, people like Benjamin Kwashi and Courage and all those guys, they are working. They don't show. If I tell you what they do behind scenes, and never want me to mean especially even with Benjamin Kwashi, never want me to mean yes, I'm telling you. If I tell you what they do behind scenes, they don't blow their trumpet. Courage, bought the title cross, bought cross, Debbie. You see, these are people. It's the American say, and this is a form penny for Monko ye Juma, na power name Maya, yen post. Mumanyam hotam po mo. The munim. Okay, Courage.
Me chow na me chat here for so. Me chat me bra penny so.
Boss,
I think Michelle your boss back to have a PS.
Oi, William. Bra. I want feel too boo.
I go for those open to Ghana school today.
Also in real white. Hey, Tobu, I am no patch of Mr.
Topic in the is
that be named Castle Bremas.
One more,
but I mean,
to Penti Ghana school, MPP Callis.
Well, I can't say MPP Callis.
State capture not there, but can't once and one say,
also blame white. And that's a bum one album. Some I can. I could follow state capture.
Or ya chum papa. Why any name said, yeah,
my courage, because I know what charge, you know. My hey, top one, brother. Why fresh now?
Very fresh.
But and then my mini can't know. And I'm catch a list too well. Men tell him will be a nyame president. Nana Kufado. It is a wutrimua. Men ya wajini. So be beckons him who naturally Kufado net. Ose.
Oh, but and then you know, the wife.
Oh, that be ofano.
Cash be about my being the way.
Not that be a woman white, no, are they?
Anyway,
chief program, no. I made them join him later.
What was I go?
Aye, chief would be birthday to Dakuma, contractor. Contractor, Mene Kwame, Baba. By I wish chief happy belated birthday. Julius Debra Nipa.
Yeah, no,
Julius Debra Nipa, Papa.
Great man.
Julius Debra, dear. Chief, your guy. Courage, uncle.
Answer I met to us, and me ba bako ni birthday. Person me take the opportunity to also wish her happy birthday. You know, I'm a father of girls, and me ba. And now Adelaide no neck baku and then me say happy birthday me nyamin ka ho na wodi bibia wo ye bia enko nanim man happy birthday. I just want to add some few things to His Excellency Kaya. You know, in business, there are some serious or important characteristics that we look at for. Trust is very important when it comes to business. Apart from trust, credibility is another thing. Then your ability to perform and our competence. Competence, I mean, person may use it because they have destroyed that word competence. They have abused it. So trust, credibility, and your ability to perform. It's very important when we are doing business. These are some of the things that your business partners will look out for. And even your workers, they want to follow somebody who can be trusted, who has credibility, who has the ability to do the human or the business and be able to pay salaries and and so forth. So me maka severally say a baby and by now NDC shares the shares will so high after that speech, because it's a speech that was given that a one-time speech, very can say a masterpiece speech.
Accra FM 100.5.
It can be compared to the speech Obama gave when he won the election.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. That speech can be compared to that speech. That's the category we'll put it. Okay. So, Anka NDC shares our stock market these few days. Everybody will rush for those shares because it was so high. It certainly gives some credibility to the shares. Prof. Ekasano, there are things you have to look out for, not just the message, no kakeke, but you look out for the person demeanor, facial expression, body language, gestures. Obini kasa in communication or political communication, you look out for the content and the context. This obini kasa and scan the person. Okay, you scan the person physically, spiritually, and does he have a good intention of what she's saying? These are some of the things some of us did when she was talking. So near Tikone being quietly in the room there, and we were observing her. They are working on in courts, and now a lawyer. Now client the big comes before you, no narrative situation, and away. You sit down quietly and you'll be looking at the client, no, or kind of with the mind that you have to assume that position and go to court and defend the person. You look at the person carefully and scan over scanning. No one will say, about bow run a dream, I'll bow run the body no more. I will say, the okay. Does she really mean what she's saying? Does she meant well? And now Asembika can be a trauma on all kind. This is what I have done, and I can tell you that Professor Jenana Opoku Ajiman really owned that message, and she meant well for this country. The country where Esha Omusa, together with His Excellency John Mahama, things will begin to change because their intention is clear, their intention is neat, their intention is all good for this country. Dream Papa Emma Ekrowe, from all that she read that day, she's a trailblazer. Few women can do that. Our Dream Papa, our good heart. She has a good intention. So let's get this one very right. I have a lot of quotations, maybe time war, but to 2 punches also be brave that day. Bakuni say suddenly Abubuya can fly faster than I confirm. I'm saying, wow. This one, the woman has grown fast.
We know when you're critical thinking, no practical reason.
Yes,
what dream will have forget?
She has grown fast. You can see that she's in charge, and she knows the corners of the whole country because touching on every aspect of whatever is bothering this country, from the economy to education to agri, mention it. She touched on everything, and especially how they intend to also build a bank for the women and promote the women agenda. Okay, or touching on all these things. And besides what she'll be doing as a vice president per the constitution, and what the president will be assigning her to do as well. So I think that way a very good news. Every well-meaning Ghanaian will be a upe Ghana ye yembwa, come on board. Okay, join us. Come and join the NDC so that we can rescue this country together. Oma Madiana Yadin, you know, Prof, yes, we need kakra until we can say, oh, the same thing for not disappointing because of the current president, ni behavior no putting up. You know, when he was coming, will be a dream say, oh, we're born in Brave, and you feel no about today, and you feel no about to school fees, and you feel no about pass, oh, me pay away, we're born in Brave.
And you'll be in a dream, or no kind.
So,
what's one on my face?
So he was going to put in all his best and develop this country, but it turns out to be all, you know, or the dad and microphone or the bar or no. So I think Prof, where she has gotten to now, what Bonnie Brave, and Yafi no because me to school fees. What can you? Nimba training in PhD holders. She has seen it all. All she needs to do now is all about then service to the people. Our Ministry of Education, there are several achievements and or a lot of things she did over there. When him say, even at that ministry, you know, we share at the time no free that office, you know. She Prof Nankasakasa, she negotiated, secured, and left behind the sum of $75 million. And on the year, that is under the 2014 World Bank supported secondary school education improvement project. Prof, I didn't see that. At the same time, she also negotiated for 45 million euros for the construction of the University of Environmental and Sustainable Development in the Eastern region. A lot of things, and I'm at me way here, our ministry. Me, bro, opinion a canas, all kinds of here. All throughout Nijuma or yeah, no, there's not obian to me in Kase way or University of Ghana or Yenya maybe called towards corruption, Ministry of Education, nothing about corruption. They can't find anything. You know them. If there is something like that, quickly they will dig deep about her and bring them out just to discredit her. But they can't find anything. So, it's the same old thing. It's the same old thing I'm with about 2020 on to me. That's all they are saying.
Do you questions? And I'm His Excellency. I was very deliberate because numbers were cleared out from the minds of such people. Because they say Afena and Tronobekum Kurasio. Yeah. No, they have nothing against her. They have nothing against her. They know it. We meet them. They can lie against her.
What kind of lie are you going to bring? Okay, what kind of lie? The way you see, credibility is everything, like I told you, and your reputation is very important. Okay, and your truthfulness. You say something, you do it. You don't say a lot of things to Ghanaians and turn around to do differently. Then a basse be boa quanta no catch the Ghana for say, oh, let me a mate keke. Na nipa na oye responsible no on na monko pisano. If we give this country to you, say na all can say, give me the steer, give me the steer. Yeah, the country wation is her. You go bedu baby, then you see beboa quanta. We catch say, go and ask Ghanaians. I was just the president. That's how irresponsible he may be.
No, this time he will say, I was just the driver. Go and ask the mate. No, so this time I will say he's just the mate. So we should go and ask the driver. No, and the next time, no, because I was just the driver. Mate in the is cannot.
No, because I was saying, I was just the driver. Go and ask Ghanaians. You see, so I think, seriously, this is the best time for Ghanaians. This is hope for Ghanaians. The hopelessness we find ourselves.
Okay.
And tie this team achieve
courage
so that we can move
no
forward.
ne peku na motene nkano kasama and semanyoku minia edu jemfi ewa ha na sene wafa no no mati ase Chief Julius Debra ene kwambia so ebe wura ne fie Yeah, man, happy belated birthday, debut. Mira, you share Professor Nana Opoku Ejman briefly. Yeah, the last topic on the education.
My charity for no much here. Me brand penny for. I was coming and me kind bands and on and me family home. Na me see me home. In some funti.
But for Beja.
And no, no, I'm simple. Much I say. I was coming home and me kind ba. Answer.
Ah, Matthias. Oh, so the bantam.
I mean, to more fan chemi say. Yeah, my ballet. Yeah. Utu Darko.
You say you didn't hear them.
No, Utu Darko. Utu Darko. Yo. I am for Dion. That's it. Match your tea for.
Yes, sir.
And the Prof Kasayan. I'm saying,
and then
blow.
But
the way you mean
Prof Kasada Wednesday. Oh, that
Jimmy and
no, say no. An act of foolishness. Metia Jamu a memwaka. And no act of foolishness. But say obese president especially.
What am I mean?
No, but Mate. I'm in charge. What time can I magic? So obese Daniel Kufa president. Michiano. Obese the end of Mintia. I remember
Mate.
Yanko.
The woman near Name or hobby. UPSC. Me say me bobrem. Na me am pese me de maso. Any many ekoko tie na me hwe de ekoso. Personally, I wanted to have that experience. Enti me koye. Na otu. Me na munya na mka say me te brofo.
Wow, smoothness level.
That's profound.
No. What is smoothness level?
Sir, me started life na me chira de na me chira English.
Oh, sir.
Kuase.
Obi abeshia me sir.
Me na munya no.
Very
na
good.
Ma dwene mu no aya me say me te brofo na. Professor J Nana Opoku Ajeman. Deliver an speech in the year. And when I'm confirming literature book, and I'm say what?
Oh, your personification.
Very good. Now, what is very instructive about the Emma Mekai and say, I'm a person may point it out to Ghanaians. Politically, our mommy has grown into the space. What I say? Yeah, my men are near 2016, 2020. And I got a phobia fee say. Continue maybe aseno wa position ho am who say ono no de adwene ni nyansa na eba politics.
That's right.
Na adwene ni nyansa e woni speech ni mu no ene say nana throughout my mini speech me ba be ma me be contrasting your ma mienu ama mo hu the reason why am feel say Dr. Baomi na adwene mu ha what you say na mpanifo bu baby said your wo ba kwase amre said the otete no eye kasa bebuo mpacho mo obi anyema no isi
bo obeka se ne ntsi a ogidi se sabi na dwen mu ha
de me dwen se na dwen mu ha because mpanimfo se de owo ba kwase amre se de otete no
yanto sabi ntito ka
what you say etu o maame ne o papa o mo wo no sisi e no mo wa homegiem yen Ghanafo na ye bre no what you say immediately a Dr. Baomi abegina platform so no the next thing you will see ni say he's calling out names. Ena John Mahama. Nana opa for speech na ye mami deliver na hwe. Se oboni pa ba ku kredin woman. She never mentioned anybody's name.
Very nationalistic.
Nobody's name was mentioned. She was addressing very specific issues. Ghana fo nyina gitum say sa ensem we ena ye ensem a eda Ghana fo akoma so a etete na haya adwene na ohwe said ye osi arrange ye said you see eputu west together kire wo say yen ye student of politics and we have a lot to learn. Ye mu bi enuru ho me meduru ho ba me nyanuru ho me de kan ya dirty work na anza na meduru ho because you see eni agimifo ne nkwasiafo na te eti no anyimi anya ho kwase a wo mbebu wo ho anyansafo tie kasa na me kan me ni obi ate what you say Paul say se udru Roma e wo se wo ye ohun se Roma ani anya sa ye de nsem bi bedi wa wonte ase wote dem pese me no kan eti ba bia ye du yi no se ye ho abofo a
Accra
ye de
FM.
se kan be dwananka.
I agree with you.
Enti so mo da form a
Yeah, na form.
ye mu bi ye beda form. His Excellency mu de omu nyina ho yen ye beda form. What you say?
Yeah.
Senior mo mu de omu nyina ho yen ye beda form.
But enumpo bra, they say yen kan kire senior mo. Adu, they say yen kan kire senior mo. Yen kan kire His Excellency mo. Na yen kan kire Maami Opoku Agima. Yen kan kire John Dramani Mahama say form no mada will be an form.
That's your
That statement gently sending for now because we want power.
2024 elections no. Some people for since wiema
Almost in
ye be since wiem hobby.
Oh, fine.
So mu tu amena hyema yenso ye be tu amena na hyemu bi. Na that boy call Miracle Aboaje. Or try every ways and means say omubenya efin bi e de atare maame no ho. Si epi obi efin wo no ho a ene de okɔwie a mo ɛwɔ port no ɔno na efin wo no ho. Bibia ni ho a omubetimi anya e de agu maame no ho fin said the ebimo led by chairman untumi person omo fa kwan bi so ohun enu ti no se mo ye panel na mo de excellency for ne ba say ya mo excellency ba ko na mo de me ne list over me ana me pesa aga
Your Excellency akasa de ye didn't be 1-1 but we no ka general statement.
very good. What you say na ye ba ye to me take omo on because that is what they deserve. Hwe enoma ekoso nyina no it pointing to one direction. And the direction is that they want to take over this country. They want to take over the state. They want to own everything. Nankanya ne sa. Enka mami asema obeka yi. Badwen ba pa ben yansani ben no tenase. No fama mini speech no ready here na in the history of our politics. Why not deliver this kind of message before without attacking his or her political opponent? What you say? Now or deliver clear message to the people of Ghana. I mean, I appreciate your strength, your weaknesses, where we are currently and where we are going, and what we need, the kind of mentality that we need. Or the enuma bebre. You know, I have followed her. I've read stuffs about her. But na me pes opportunity na me ametie ne voice na uhwe podium no ogina so no hwe ne posture and ne demeanor and the confidence level. It tells you that this is someone who is ready to serve her country with integrity. Uhwe passion and na one voice or de kasa no mu no e kire odofronko a wo de ma o man Ghana genuine love and what the more my Ghana. But ni speech you know na me hwe nneoma ba ko mienu bi wom me te wa me hu ya ne se what the fam e ho na me sorry na me pagya me nsa e na me shira no ba bia na me te na me te soro ho
E dey no dey fail.
o se wonne John Jane John o so ma hyede ma bopo
Jenny Jones ye JJ founder of the party.
father of the party o so ma hyede ma bopo say obia wafa kwan bone so
Kromfo bia.
kromfo tachi amoa bia wafa kwan bone so awie o ma we sika no wone John aka o ma dwena bomu se o mo ba se ni pakoro no ubetu o man ne ka.
He used the word plan.
O say John and I have agreed that whoever has participated in the plunder of the state the brofuna ma me no twere no nana well plunder
a
more of loot.
Oh dear me
We no e brokro no so.
Distraction.
Beyond stealing.
Chrono beyond repairs.
What I say? Obi ode na adwene e de ni nyansa afa kwan boni bi so e de na adwene awia o man no sika. One John be jisika na de am o man
No fire.
It means that she's putting out herself. You see, who calls for equity must come with clean hands. Yeah, my person watch say or no nsem ye fita enti no mu amadi ska no omo ba ombeje na saa boshe na ma me ne share ye no e share makum e ma me nya anigye sonko bi o makum because this is the very thing that I have always been advocating. Say obi a wafa kwan bone so age oman Ghana sika awie oman ne sika no e wo se ye gi sika no he e kwan a MPP abande yewura wa yomi fast no ho and the amount involved say John Dramani Mahama any ye maame Professor Jena Naba na omo antumi an Jessica MPP for afa kwan boni so awie a Ghana for be so disappointed.
That what you mean is
52 million Ghana cedis. Ghana cedis and dollars is the list of the monies that they have stolen in this country. The list. It is how Bosch and Yama share no Yedanasi. She pointed out very significant occurrences. I see what Abaim
for 3 minutes, ma'am.
Akufo-Addo the biggest legacy. Say, Otumi call that Nyankopon ka kire ne se okwa kosi aso odan na wo wie ye no otu amena donko se abre bia ye bebo Yesu asennuam ne ye beka Yesu wuo ne ne sori ye no watu amena ye nkosie no ho Akufo-Addo watu wumena se abre bia ye beka Yesu ne wuo ne sori ye no watu amena ye nkosie no ho ofra ne cathedral, the biggest cathedral in the whole world. Now every amount of money omodia shesa amenanimu no they will cough it out. Nana asamba ko asia betodwa metwe adwene sisu because we interest party any sagleme yaka ne yeka ne biem wa we individual wo be ma Akufo-Addo aton sagleme de ama wo no se aban sesan untumi ntu na nsi asase no so you can't go there. We can assure you this. We are telling you, we are telling Ghanaians, we are sending messages to the international community. We are sending message to individual private developers. We are sending message to businessmen. Say, wa wo beto sagleme.
Ye beji.
Say aban sesan untumi ntu na nsi asase no so. You can't go there. Your investment will go waste because on minor japade Ghanaians must benefit from that property.
And at this point, Ebia Mira and Pesa, but at this point, Mame can wait to honor him. You share Saglemi, not for sale, I say. He's helped in diverse ways. You see, sometimes it's difficult to mention because only Pakun and Pesa, but young Fakonye we soon can't them penny for be say they should support in other ways so the party comes to power. Yamika say, "Well, when you break your veggie sagre, oh, do we the energy?" Says, "Yeah, no, obi krabibia, I win him and Okwahua. Those people should also come on board."
Yabeka Hwasem.
That's yes.
Nana Newmanum and I may bosso. Yama American free SHS or see free SHS at war. The battle fought on the grounds of food, shelter, space, calendar, teaching and learning materials. Or can free electricity or modema during COVID time? We are see almost a check and my say in Tria. A breakra World Bank near IMF Tria Hong Kong in or much is Kennedy. Yama make a COVID mania or more chair, a more political and campaign purposes. Or can a Japa this a Japa deal. See, I mean, okay, say Senate the Abetu say or more reserve no is depleting gradually. In the next 12 years, pensioners and we are here, the leaders of this country, the clergy, peace council, the academia, chiefs, they are all quiet. Everybody is quiet. What you say? And at the any man say, oh, yeah, ukude, yeah, kwesi there, yeah, 20. Just say, no, we don't care about what this country is going through. But look, without Ghana, There's no chieftaincy.
What's it? I'm okay. Then we could die today.
We could any question there. Any, just these are the things that
All the day.
there. But look,
Most of the assassinate.
modia o. Enti edru baby a ekeka kono enkeka nko yi a. Me see so no. I took one decision in life. The decision I took was that I won't menya aban adwuma. Me see so menya aban adwuma da. Me nya bi nso da. Me ma fa me destiny di ahye me nsem. Me bo me bra. Sebe ya adachi. Metoto me nneoma yie na mani na obi aso. Se me kwa ya adwuma 35 years na me wie ni akotam 20,000 Ghana cedis abehye me nsem. Ana 30,000 Ghana cedis abehye me nsem.
Ebi de no kra.
What you say? Nyansa bi anim. Enti ya maame no ne ya papa no a omo e de omo ahoɔden asom oman na oman ya teteto e de ato hɔ. Na Akufo-Addo ene nabusuafo pese omo de sa sika no ema omo ma daache. Na onim wode ama ne mawie no na me papa yi hwe bra wo hwe ne ma hwe his excellency wo bra hwe ne ma o na obi ti politics mu no wawie sika na daache one wo mani hia na aka kire wo ba ne se na wo papa ye kwase mpani eti na papa amobra no onim se ne na Akufo-Addo kromfo tachi amoa ne na kanofori ata kofru hwe o man ne se koso ama ne kose de e kona.
Okay, my friends here, I do Jemfi Nini the Nasia Brook. My main call His Excellency. So the next topic, you know, me just show see bit my the other one because I know the Akufo-Addo pompo be hand over on the vote here back in there. But you share a year education system, and then I can be say NDC penny for no my constituency for the among co documented all jobs from Flight Lieutenant General Rawlings through mails to Mahama and to war. Because when so money here, rebranded. Now that you could be tremor who blue and white was like Akufo-Addo na ye. But no say rebranded. Because they can change the history.
They have.
They have. Independence. They don't mean.
No, they have.
But call His Excellency will not share with the next. You share education system. We do chum. The abetu just said. You see, I know. Versus my friend Tade could be. Now you paint it a dine blue and white. But yeah, you be say. And no, na you hear. In prayer na we the measure time ni Excellency of Brazil Council manage 6 minutes mami me call round because matter say obeka bi dum so ho asan be 2 minutes bi ti e point am de no amount until manage 6 minutes man.
All right, Nana me da say
call rounds
when him say Misha say Mika say it's very difficult to sometimes believe say this government doesn't have a nipa ba pair Sebe or Nyansa. Because I feel say somebody should have advised Educhum. In a country where we fall below 10 of the lowest IQ nations.
Oh,
yes, the research is there. 10. Lowest 10. The best now when they are coming up with the universities they are good in Africa. Position Benel. The last time it was only University of Ghana, but it was about the 8th or the 10th position. Now say you are a minister responsible for education. Your concern should be say you improve education so that education and yes I will go school we are more certificate. But me banoka say we one can for me school gear
of electronics.
Electronics. It looks like we are not thinking about that. Educhum so be painting school dino
blue and white. And most of the dino mu painted blue and white no. Also red
for the MPP colors. Good. When you want to do certain things, was it Nana Akufo-Addo nena buying? It is always about area obi project. It's the same thing with the Mary plants they took to wherever they want to go to. They should also give birth to projects and name them. They should give birth to projects, start a project from the scratch. When it gets to the top, you name them whatever you want to name them. Nana, our education, when I speak about education, I become passionate and I become very, very emotional because Nana, obe to me, obe sit down, obe dama manum. if you don't give them quality or good education, you've done nothing. But this is a country, each day, each night, their mind is how to destroy the educational system. Their mind is how to toy with the future of our children. Obako school January, now Abefie January ending. Obeko school bioma May. Obeko school bioma May. Nana, we share Joy FM documentary about Adriania Medio school.
Accra FM.
Empty plate. Nkrofo say 10. Ejina ho fish no pala no ya chemu mienu. One penny de amom won kwam.
Enya nkwan o fry no no. Na emu amodo so ntina hu ni se nkwan no. Ana bebwa.
NHS and see no mo dey fry.
Fry no no. Enya nkwan.
Nana. These are some of the things. Look. Nana me dwo
very emotional.
Because I do not know why somebody is not advising this government say nyamani bia mo ye no sebita flache akoye say opinion ifi. Education is supposed to propel the country's future leaders. You are supposed to prepare future leaders through education. And I no wonder when our kids finish school, they don't get any job. When they travel abroad and they look for jobs, they tell them, say, "My certificates, no." Warehouse. Warehouse na edebe ma. Warehouse. And I'm edebe ma.
Or Walmart.
Yeah.
Go and sell.
Oh, okay.
That is the truth.
That's the truth.
No, that is. They don't accept.
UST.
No, stop it.
Your Excellency.
That's the truth.
Nana, for University of Ghana, certificate for South Africa is up ejuma.
Ononye.
I'm telling you, sir.
Oh, like seriously.
The nations with the lowest IQ in the world, the 10 last ones, no, Ghana is part of it. So you expect, say, our education system should be able to plunder and take us out of the challenge.
And Educhum is not thinking about this.
No. And was a quite consistent. Me, I thought Educhum, because I'm so a reverend, you know. I thought say or the Papa Bibeba education. Yeah, he's a pastor.
I don't know about that.
No, he is. He's a man of God. Yes, he's an elder in a church. And so I expected, but
oh, your Excellency, elder there, scared me your man, maybe. Oh, sorry, elder.
The Pentecost elders, almost powerful.
Very powerful.
They're like pastors.
Be powerful. But I can't be powerful. Oh no, but now no Pentecost elders powerful. Be powerful. But they say the and you nyam wo hu kwa dia.
Pentecost elders, they've raised them to the status of almost preaching.
I'm presiding elders. We are presiding elder. What is a reverend? But we elder.
And she said, "Binami feel say be or sum nyame dia na so be a lead the church ni dey obey honest kakra." But I've seen say Sebita Fletcher Napo time and Napo education minister Okasa anyhow by hearts piano. They are the same people, the two of them. This is a wake-up call for Ghanaians. Chese MPP are buying. They are bereft of ideas. They don't even know what they want as a political party. Ghana na idea show munsemno. We've just given them the country for them to push all of us into a ditch. Let's rescue this country. John Mahama, Professor Nana Jino Pokuajiman believe say education is the panacea for growth. You cannot develop as a country if you don't have better educational system or your education system doesn't churn out people who are qualified to help in the development of the country. And currently, no. Let me assure say the Ghanaian people are descending. The Ghanaian people have said it say misplaced priorities. Nana yebe paint now modi painting school dino. So my bills are bill now modi painting and those bills could have built classrooms from scratch. It's an avenue to just eat some money. Chop. They just say
election year.
Yes. They don't care. But I can assure you, so the good people of Ghana have learnt their lessons and they will definitely vote for an NDC administration. And the NDC administration too, we should dare not disappoint the Ghanaian people. And I'm sure that the John Mahama it's not a different John Mahama. That Prof. Jinana Oba first, you could see say she was just trying to be the academic person that she is. But now
she's not a politician.
She's a politician And that is how politicians develop the country. Even say, Nyamenya ya domna ya by now. You see, this free SHS idea, ya kanwasem sa say, it is a good policy, but streamline it well. And then a 24-hour economy policy we are making. We say, we've not come up with a blueprint yet. We know things that we have to do. Stakeholders will be and still the discussions are ongoing. We wouldn't rush into making it a populist idea. And it be na yehu ene. Na me sure say the Ghanaian people will see say yenyi MPP in Fihua, our children will not have a future.
Last brief on the Doomson on that.
To leverage on what His Excellency have said, no 24-hour economy, like Senator Kano said, only a lot of stakeholders.
That's 6 minutes, moment.
No time. May I less cry.
Okay.
How many stakeholders are Kasano? A lot of companies. At the last count, about 175 companies have been identified at the private sector, or more the space, the capacity to actually run the 24-hour economy and do more production. And the market is there. Okay, we have a huge market in the West Africa. In West Africa, for example, West Africa here alone, we are about 1.4 billion people in this country.
That is Africa.
Are you sure it's the entire
Yes,
Africa? Even if it's the
1.4
entire African continent in the ground one.
But Africa should be around.
Why do we continue
to
continue to import a lot of things from Turkey, China, Europe, etc.? Mention them. So the market is here, and we can leverage on that market. As recently, Ghana was supplying Nigeria furniture. Yes, Bogas, any Bakunu, Bogas, ne Bakunu.
Bed meter.
There's another one. Bogas, then the Bakubi, me refining the Kakra. Ago furniture. These guys, those days I was working. When I was working in Nigeria, one of the things the big guys will be asking you to arrange for them is furniture from Ghana.
Oh, okay.
So we arrange furniture in trucks, trailer, near the Nigeria those days. As recent as 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. One of the things they also wanted is Ghana stone. They call it Ghana stone. Ghana stone. So stones now, natural stones now, Nigerians love it like something. So we were arranging it in trailers to Nigeria. Okay. So the market is there. So the factories are going to be identified. We'll give them the enabling environment, the support they need. They will produce. How are you going to, if they produce, who is going to consume the products? As if say, we can't put restriction on them and let these local companies that are going to identify and roll them to the 24-hour economy. That will create jobs. That will even give us revenue, expand the economy. We can do it. Well, back to education issue. No, what name, Nana? Sometimes the idea I was say is the current Minister of Education. Education. Say no, and in charge or dear way. Uko school were abroad, and now why ye Juma were abroad.
On school abroad.
Exactly, na me canteen and make can say me yano. The kind of environment and nyama omunyama, how the system is working, the structure is working. Obi anfa etu embassy so obi antrete will say I'll sack you. No, if you fail and now ye bibi now anye year, the system will catch you and the system will punish you appropriately. Who continue to yes anya mana, it will get to a point. A Juma ye friend a Juma unyebi was akro no munyebio. They will blacklist you. You can't do anything in that country. You can't borrow. You can't do hospital crowd. So on what system no more. While operating in that system, so I was expecting a person like this. What school I could do PhD level. Then you have a two education sector now. I expected more from him. Not some of these, fundamental mistakes are all It's mind-boggling. I don't understand. It's unfortunate. Wow. To say how we are getting the priorities wrong. totally misplaced priority. No,
we are not against repainting of schools. We didn't say that.
No.
But priorities are not wrong.
No, for example, recently, now moko chiche tablet man kola. When you have energy problem, ne ukomano tablet, non fa dey in charge tablet no. Non fa dey in charge tablet no. You see the tablet comes with solar and so on and so forth. You know the solar system in this country is not working properly because of the dust. And in the environment is dusty. When you have such an environment, solar does not work effectively. Doesn't. And akola on this classroom, akola on the decks of tenants to ideas fi adie. Only textbooks for the past 7 years. Oh man, textbook bi as on fi adie. Only syllabus on this adie. Teacher for bread, teacher for kra wa gi omu sikase omu laptops on umfa ma omu. These are pressing issues you should resolve. There are still schools that are studying under trees. Go and resolve those issues.
So I'm imagining a class and we're finding the tablet number a classroom no be a in the na teacher ni na eso no kura bi no teacher ma
did you know
ono teacher ono ni bi enti ebi mo dwen komachi e wa brabo mo ana.
That is a misplaced priority na ye come asem no. It's populist. Yenye bibi na omo ka se na ye bibi. And I'm telling people that tablets are the man kolei. You have not established the centers where they will repair this tablet. As you speak now, the Omachi channel, a BSSA. Where are they going to? Oh yes, of course. Where are they going to send them for repairs? The centers are not there. We have thousands of schools. How many centers have you established for them to take the tablet for repairs? You man says school be a Cape Coast. Ne omu tablets nkola na omu school no omu 100 tablets e school no mu na omu de back mienu 10 cross ya omu de coin fa. So the misplaced priority no too much. We are doing things just to win election at the expense of the future of children, at the expense of the future of those who the future belongs to. So I think is coming from the current education minister, because no cohort, she stays abroad and she was in education.
I think he has allowed politics to corrupt him.
No, but that's very bad.
I think so, because Oshas, if you ask me, he was different. But along the line, I think he went to my answer because Osha the STEM idea and his mass schools ideas now fantastic. And on one way, minister, on one way, sure said, they were able to do that. But when it's mentioned an answer, politics run.
Well, so it's unfortunate, and I think they should rethink. It's not too late. The little one they have to salvage, okay, and stop this kind of populist decisions they take.
My main comment, but James Ofori appear as anyway. I see we watching you live from Johannesburg, BKQ. And this is South Africa. Proud of you. Johannesburg branch organizer. Mira, is here at the end of 5. I'm at the
Aduchum, and yes, I was assistant be say, not here.
The life I don't know.
And only papa. Only papa, only unim the oil in an or vice president.
Maybe unim a region fee and some no cano. And then in Bobro.
I will be sure. UPSA. If I see you and you the fire. Message and yes, is here. There be
okay.
Uche Obo Aduchum Obo vice president Nedi. Na obi anka watena bruchiri edu dwuma wa bruchiri and kasebi when your exposure no. On say when you get that exposure you think differently and you act differently.
Okay.
You understand? Kufa don kwan when your exposure na edini dem. What I say? Amana adwene ewu no ntumi nwene ba ono no me de ne bone chen because oyare wunyini duru ba bia dementia ohun sa yare no nimfie kwa animu nti me de ne bone a chen ba dutwum de ntumi fa ne bone nche no because a teacher for akatua enye okrum ha omuti enkwala omuti nnuase ko school what you say we need infrastructure e wo see sisi schools adan bebree o see e man nkwala no nkonwa tena so e wo se nkwala no abra bomu no eye adehiade esene se obekwa ko paint school bi blue and white now why roof no red what I say but ade bi na MPP for ye Kufuado ene ye sa ade no omo e de adwene bi hye Ghana for tirimu say they are trying to change the dynamics of everything including our history.
Accra FM.
What I say inti sisi ano o hwe before near founders day wo buy no wa besesa no woko Google a enoma bebre asesa wopa Google na hwe ade omo asesa enoma bebre now bibia na omo pese omo de omo ho ekọ bata na omo sesa bibi. Even look at the renaming of our universities and the kind of personalities that omo ede universities not to omo obi eni wo a national figure ye betimi aka say oh Ghana fo nyina be gia tum so nipa so mesi de o sefata omu nyina na e was some level of MPP alliance B. What you say, and that is exactly what they are doing. The numbers omu ye nyina na say bibia e koso bia o man mu no e MPP for ene ba be ye edutwum openti school no blue and white aban sesa mimi krom school mesen ato painter ko painting no foforo oh say yam ma politicians who say bibi omu be ye bia and they need to consult the people. What you say enkofo no moto abama no you need to consult them. There should be a broader consultation on some of these things. Any kwan say obi tena them politician bi tena them na ni nsusu ye ne na dwem no feel say decision we am taking no ebeboa me political party enti no say ebeboa Ghana fo say mo Ghana fo I'm going to take it.
You don't have a long-term policy.
One question I'm better me buza na say trains now mo train ti no mo de abakrum ha no ne boy say what obusa
no bisa benya
see enim ne bo enti school atade no mo besesa na if am the contract na be mo I'm interested I want to know because machine ade pam beze me pam bi oh mo pe kwan bi afa so ache scam amount for their campaign. That is what you are going to do because we are in an election year akasa in 7 months near Kotwaba
inti IMF we kura omo kuruma
IMF for mu kura mo jimi kura chen Kufuado na mu IMF ombe ye wodium opa ma Kufuado nsi form sisi abetin nsem on be kan fa no ho obetin nsem on be kan fa no ho enkwasiafo ba ko ne sa IMF fo no omo jimi chen obi a mame fo ma sam nto nchen omo ne World Bank fo wow omo pese omo pian to kam na da bia ye be ye lalasu lalantino tino etina na de me kan say everything MPP is doing kindly no say omo pese daache enchirima no eba beto say MPP fo na yewe MPP fo na yewe Kufuado na yewe Kufuado na yewe enti wutumi tie jimi fo bi te say chama wuntumi no ote ho say Kufuado a perform more than Kwame Nkrumah Ninyira is because Omar Brandi FM Omar Brandi bibia what you say obi eton fufuo waya no choba e wo mankasim kwan mu ho wonim so omde aka one district one factory no
choba
obi o ye no choba wo mankasim kwan omde aka one district one factory no adan a kwan bi da choba ne nchen do mu ko caterpillar ko dwi kwan no eti no omde choba
okay
nti na me ka so ma jina makabone
there be eno de won kan bone your excellency wait 1 minute on the doomsona.
No, I think say it's
Kwame but obaye we ne
me ho a o say Professor Jenana Opokwajiman in his speech now mine she said something about the doomso and says we have people in government who are arrogant. We have people in government who don't respect the Ghanaian people. Somebody asked Matthew Opoku Prempe say lights na call off on my timetable. You heard this answer. Because I say MPP for Mumbubia. But the time of reckoning is coming. The day that they would start learning how to talk to Ghanaians, that day is also coming. President Mahama was visionary or solve energy crisis. We even had excess capacity. Today we don't have any of those. Our appeal to Ghanaians say 7 months to the election there were, but we will be able to together as a people kick this government out, bring in a competent team that would ensure say Ameri plans no more for the Kumas. What is the sense in it? What is the you don't even have money to buy fuel to power those equipment. But of course, Nyamini say these people cannot do anything better again, and Ghanaians should kick them out.
These people can do anything better again. Ghanaians kick them out. His Excellency
end by
Benjamin
this
Kwashi.
quote from
But just
Professor,
the quote, because you
just
can
the
share
quote,
1 minute.
Just from Professor Jena now Pokwajima.
Okay.
Quote: politics is to imagine a better community,
Okay.
a better constituency, a better region, a better Ghana. All of us building the Ghana we want together. The time for us to rise as a nation is now.
Thank you. Adujamfi, your quote from where?
From Professor Jenan.
And Jay Wabren. Mamiti your quote.
Or say, Akufo-Addo yɛ kromfo nti obi obewi SK bia no defending no.
Jay na na kaza.
Sana na me mpese wo ka no.
Aha, okay.
No anka ne sa.
Okay.
Ono ne brofo no kan ye do. Akufo yɛ kromfo.
Mate.
It's 2024 elections no. Means mo analysis come as am mpe.
Mpe, nti na mabɔ me. Okay, so this is what time will permit us to draw curtains. Courage, no neck people, thank you. Adujamfi, thank you. His Excellency, thank you so much. Ote Benjamin Kwashinka. Happy birthday going out to you, Rita Opoku. We free Kwame Kwachiwa. We wish you well. Okay, so at this point, Nyankoruja, Midin Edinana Otu Darko Yakramo. Besinya Juada 2 p.m. on the Citizen Show. Bye.
Think about it. You can either go out to watch one game at your local and pay for the bumpy, stuffy ride there. Then the food. Then the drinks with a 12,000% markup. And a new team jersey because some drunk spilled red wine all over you. Or you can pay one.